Hello everyone and welcome to this training video in which we will have a look at the Dreamfoil version of the Bell 407 for Explain 11. So of course there is a manual provided, so go ahead and read the manual and set everything as per the manual so that you can experience the helicopter to its fullest. And then there's also an extra file that I downloaded to add some additional features like the AV-tab, second headset, etc. And now, as you can see here, we have the tie downs and clickable area in this helicopter in external view does not work if you are in a volcano, apparently. So here I can interact with the doors, okay, because I suppose this is built in Explain, but all the other, for the fuel covers, I cannot. Even if I have the ground card here, I cannot, so just be aware of that. So to remove the tie downs, we will click here, okay, customize, external menu, and then remove ties and caps, okay, and just make sure they are removed. Now since we have a checklist that comes with this helicopter, it's still a Bell 407 and we did a full start up and shut down in the other Bell 407 using the real checklist. So here also I will be using the real checklist and see how it goes. So cabin interior clean, equipment secured, okay, fire extinguisher installed and secured, cabin loading, passenger belt, co-pilot, etc. So throttle closed, landing lights off, altimeter set, it is at the elevation, instrument correct indication. So at this point those guys should not be indicating any value. Now overhead switches set, battery off, okay, let's go through them one by one. Now the generator, it's reset, off, and then on. So here it's in the middle, it's off. If installed, not installed. Anti-collision light on, it is on. Hydraulic switch on. And then the fog, pitot heater, all those guys off. Avionics master switch off. Okay. Now circuit breakers in. Rotor brake handle, if installed, up and latched. Very good. If used, GPU, we're not going to be using the GPU, so battery on, and it will go through its test. So let's put the battery on. Mute the horn. Okay. Mute caution light. So now let's check. Engine out. Yes. Transmission oil pressure. Yes. RPM. Yes. Hydraulic system. Yes. Generator fail. Yes. And then fuel boost and fuel transfer. Okay. So pedal stop switch and initiator centered. So here it's on, off. Should feel the real helicopter. In the other one you did have the animation properly, but anyway. Flight controls, loosen frictions. Now here, if you find you cannot move the stick, you click here and you have the cyclic friction on or off, okay. So if it's on, okay, you cannot move. I hope you can hear. Okay, I'm moving my joystick, but stick's not moving. So you come here, cyclic friction. Okay, now you can move. But I've noticed that sometimes if this helicopter is not the first helicopter I load into the flight, I was flying probably another helicopter and then I load this one, the connective doesn't work. Now I've tried to look for a friction for this guy, but I cannot find. So the only way is to exit X-plane and then load this helicopter first, and then I can use the connective. So that you know, pedals we've already checked. So for the cyclic we have the friction, but for the connective, unless there is one, but I can't find it. But it was not mentioned in the manual, so I'm guessing it's not. So flight controls, loosen, centering, tighten as desired. Okay, throttle check freedom of travel. So here it's on off, idle, flight, back to idle, and then now there are a few things that I couldn't map. Idle release is one of them, and other things like home mute. I've selected the usual, you know, warning, caution, and that doesn't seem to work. Instrument rheostat as required, caution light also as required. So I'm not gonna dim it, I'm gonna leave it as is. Fuel boost transfer circuit switch on. So on and on. Fuel pressure check. So it's a different helicopter, this one, so I am not actually seeing fuel pressure. Is there something else we need to turn on? But these guys are indicating. Okay, I cannot see any fuel pressure, and they are on. Let's see if the circuit breakers. Oops. Anyway, I cannot see any indication of fuel pressure. And remember, for the other Bell 47, everything went according to the checklist. So caution light test button. Okay. Instrument. And then LCD. Okay, so no accidents. Actually, it should be displaying. I don't. FADEC mode switch auto. Fuel ball switch. Oh, look at that. It's off but guarded. Anyway, there it is. On. Fuel quantity check total forward. Total forward. Okay. Next, check outside air temperature and gold. Okay, and this we will select. There you go. Now engine start. Collective full down. Okay, cyclic and pedals centered. Centering light extinguished. Yep. Same thing here, MGT, throttle idle position. There you go. Press and release. Now, that fuel pressure thing, let's have a look at that. Now it's indicating, so no fuel pressure prior to start. So now we have fuel pressure, but not at the start. At the beginning, that is. So here it is. Here it is. Monitor. Idle 63 plus or minus 1%. Yes. It's 63 plus or minus. As GPU I did not, so I use. So generator. On. This page is done. Voltmeter 28.5 plus or minus. 5. Very good. Flight instrument circuit breaker switches. Yeah, I have them. No need for motoring here. Hydraulic switch off. Hydraulic system. Hydraulic switch on. Hydraulic system extinguish. FADEC manual check. So throttle idle 63% NG. Okay. FADEC switch to manual. Okay. Check engine stabilize at 75% or less. Yes. Throttle increase slowly to ensure engine response and then return to idle. Opening throttle. Yes, responding. Back to idle and back to auto. Engine run up. Throttle increase smoothly to flight detect position. Check RPM warning light extinguish at 95%. NR and NP once again. NR is the needle with the R and P is the one with the T. So let's open throttle. So let's check if I remove. Yeah, a difference in sound. Now there are some switches that I need to turn on and off. Let's see what it says here. Matching. Avionics master switch on. Avionics master switch on. ELT installed. ELT is installed. The other one was here. Sometimes it's here, sometimes it's here. Okay, apparently no. Flight controls, check freedom with minimum friction. Okay. Anti-ice. So let's check MGT 560. No caution light here. So engine anti-ice. But MGT does not rise. It should rise. Have the engine anti-ice here, but MGT 560 still should rise. Off, light goes off, but no change in MGT. Very interesting. Temperature, we just checked, it's well above 5 degrees Celsius, so anti-ice will remain off. Particle separator, no. Hydraulic system check. I will skip this because it does not. Some basic things are not automated. Collective full down and R hydraulic switch off. It's not going to make any difference in the simulator anyway. And then pedals, hydraulic system on, explain up for take off. Light switches, engine anti-ice as required. Light switches as required. So get this out of the way, so I will put position light, hydraulic engine, avionics master. Okay, I will just check circuit breakers, check my instruments. Okay, frequencies if needed, transponder. Does it work? There it is. quite high. Good. Okay, now let's continue. Radios, okay. Already checked. Throttle open to fly, good. Engine, transmission and electric within limits. Transmission oil pressure, temperature, engine oil pressure, temperature within limits. Now we are ready for take off. Here we have to also pull gauge. Okay, now take off, etc. Now here also we have the trim release button. Same explanation here. When we want to use the autopilot, like when I'm hand flying, I have SAS off. And if I'm going to use the autopilot, I will have SAS on. Now the helicopter, you can reset the trim. Okay, so either when you press, here I'm just gonna show you. I move the cyclic where I want to, and then I press the trim release button and then center, and here, as you can see, the stick stays where it is, and I can still move it. It's behaving like in the real helicopter. Okay, and then here we have a button to switch it back to center. Okay, actually in the real helicopter what you will do is you will press the force trim button and then move the stick, and then once you find that here that's where you want it to be, and then you release the force trim, the cyclic will stay there, except that here we have a self-centering joystick. In most cases, like I have a self-centering joystick, so what I do is I move the cyclic when I'm flying where I want it to be, and once I find more or less a sweet spot, it's then that I press the force trim release and then center my joystick, and then okay, I can leave. Okay, and then if I need to recenter, I press the recenter button. Okay, and once again, if you want to trim using the hat switch, it's not modeled here, but I'm pressing it. Oh, it's you can see it moving actually. There it is. Okay, so same thing. There it is. So once again, when I hand fly the helicopter, I leave SAS off, and when I want to use the autopilot mode, heading, altitude, etc., then I will turn SAS on. But now, when switching from SAS on to SAS off in flight, I'm be prepared because, of course, the helicopter will be trimmed differently, and we will see examples of that. The helicopter will probably be pitching and rolling because now it's at a new trim setting. Okay, so just be prepared for that. So for now, here I will be hand flying the helicopter. Okay, so make sure everything is okay. No indication. Doors, because I opened my door. And I start up. Fine. Okay, so ready for takeoff. 5 off, 155. It is 40 knots. Okay, now I'm still kind of pushing forward and left on the joystick. So what I will do is here seems to be okay. Pre-release, center, and okay, now I have much better time controlling the helicopter. Okay, keeping the ball centered and all, airspeed and everything. Okay, now if I want to fine-tune the trimming, I can use the hat switch as I'm doing here. Okay. Except that the trimming will be much faster. The trim release, the force trim button will be much faster. Okay. So now let's level off. Then we will use the autopilot mode. So here again, I'm just turning and it's maintaining the bank. As you can see here, I'm not touching the cyclic anymore, it's maintaining the bank. Now we will turn SAS on. We still need to get used to this guy here, how it works. Now with SAS on, I'm trying to trim, yes, it's working. Now heading back, heading back. There it is, turn heading mode, and alt mode, good. Now if you want to climb, you can put on vertical mode, and then you have a knob here, or you can assign a button. Like here you have that yellow line here, so we'll tell him to climb 500 feet per minute. So let's see how it goes. Let it finish its turn first. Is Bro going to climb? Bro's not climbing. Oh, when you press it, it resets it to where it is. Now if I move it, there it is. Okay, so when you switch from alt mode to vertical mode, it will kind of capture, I guess, where this is currently. And then you set it if you want to climb or descend. It's working. And then back to alt mode. There it is. Now the disconnecting, from SAS to SAS off, from SAS on to SAS off. You already saw it a little bit earlier when I was trying to activate the SAS. So here I have to anticipate. Once I will be back on SAS off. So let it finish its turn. And then there it is. Now what I like to do is turn any mode off first, any autopilot mode off first, and then SAS off. Okay, like I said, here you have to kind of get ready with the helicopter. Maybe trim it again. And that's the part that I don't like a lot. So So what you could do is to already take off and do the entire flight with SAS on, so that you don't have to get those kind of behavior. And actually, let me turn SAS on just to show you something. You see, when you turn it from off to on or from on to off, I don't like that behavior. But anyway, I wanted to show you something here. Okay, now it is in a stable attitude, hold mode kind of thing. So here if I turn, it returns back, okay? I turn again and then it returns back. That's why I don't like to manually fly with SAS. But anyway, here we took off with SAS off. Okay, let me land with SAS on just to show you. If you want, you can already have SAS on right from the beginning, and then when you turn it off, on, off, you won't have that helicopter. Have you just seen it pitching up, rolling, etc., and you need to get back on the controls. So yeah, only thing that seems to work to my satisfaction. If I want to keep the bank, I will just turn, trim, release, center, and now it stays like this. Okay, I want low turn. Said that that's not how you fly a helicopter, but It's either this or do the entire flight with SAS off. Okay, so in my case, it's either from start to finish SAS on or SAS off. But in between, if I want to use the autopilot, I will have to turn SAS on, but you already see how it behaves. So here I'm just using the trim, force trim, whenever. Here. Okay. I can also use the hat switch to fine tune. Anyway, you fly the helicopter the way you want. So here I'm just going to turn SAS off again, because once again I can fly with SAS off. Let's see what the helicopter does as predicted. But here I'm trying to kind of control the damage, but anyway, there it is. So of course, once you get the helicopter, you fly it a little bit and get used to it, and you will find your preferred way of flying it. So here I'm just gonna head back to the airport and land on the helipad from which we took off. Trim thing is really, like I said, you find your preferred way of flying the helicopter. So for me it's much more interesting flying with SAS off. Now we reset trim. Have a look at this guy here. So the helicopter wasn't trim. That's why I was kind of struggling a little bit. The helicopter was wanting to yaw, but at this point I don't want to press the reset trim. Now I can. Okay, so you get you will get your way of flying the helicopter, and you can already tell I don't fly this guy very often, but I do like all the helicopters in my hangar, except that I cannot fly two helicopters simultaneously, and yeah, so that's it. Let's complete we've already flown, and yeah, something maybe I should have shown you, but when you are above 55, this will eliminate, will be written engaged here, and when you're below, will turn it off. Okay, the engaged, there will be a green engaged indicator. Okay, so we've already done this. Now let's shut down the helicopter, descent, landing, engine shutdown. No, after landing checklist. Okay, so engine shutdown, collective, full down. Yes, cyclic, pedal centered. Since we have this guy here, let's put it. I wish we had for the collective too. Now I'm moving. Okay, stop moving. I wish we had for the collective too. Landing lights off. We did not even turn it on, but we will check. Throttle reduced to idle stop. As you can see, my key binding is not working, so I will have to press. Just check this. RPM eliminated. If dual controls on stall, guard throttle to, yeah, I can't. I wish I could remove this, but I cannot remove press. Okay, I'm just stabilize for 2 minutes. Okay, here, that's the flight time. Okay, you wait for 2 minutes, but of course we're not going to be waiting here. So in the meantime, engine anti-air switch off. We did not turn it on, but we check anyway. Flight streamer check with brake pressure with it installed. Off. Okay. Left off. Left off. Okay, there are a few other things I would pushing light also off. ELT not installed, ability master switch off. Okay, and then after 2 minutes why are you not working? Okay, let me take care of this guy. Interesting. Why not? Okay, so here down, you have to still move it down to move it up. Show you again. Down, and look at here, moving down. Interesting. So to put it on, down. To put it off, down. Okay. There it is. Anyway, that's Dreamfoil's Bell 407, and I do release. Decreasing MGT, decreasing NG, decreasing hormone we just pressed. Now this guy here below 40%, the one with the R, the needle with the R, it is. So we can now apply the rotor brakes, not all the way. Return rotor brake handle to stored position just prior to main rotor stopping, and that's what I was talking about. Not all the way up. There it is. Just prior, return it up. Fuel switch once again. Off. Pilot remote control, etc. All overhead switches off except hydraulic. And in my case, you know, I will also leave anti-collision light off. So here, these guys are off. Battery I will turn off in a moment. Anyway, so battery off, NG 0. So let's check. NG 0, so battery can go off. There it is. Okay, so checking down, refueling, etc. And then we have the post-flight check. So there it is, guys. This was the Dreamfoil version of the Bell 407. I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in another video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.